Hello everyone, it's Skyee here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. So today we are going to be going through and updating the works in progresses, new books, and finished pages for 2022. So we're not going to waste any time, we're going to get right into this video because I think it's going to be a long one, just because I'm including so much in one video. Firstly, let's do coloring supplies that I've added to the channel. Small list. I got these two sets of watercolor paints from the dollar store. I think I paid about like $4 each for these. The colors are just absolutely beautiful and they actually work really well. So I'm excited to actually use these in my coloring. I have not yet, but they are pretty good actually. So I'm pretty happy with those. And then I also have the 120 set of the Castle Art pencil crayons. My friend got this for me for my birthday. I absolutely love them. They are beautiful. I have not swatched or played with them yet. I've swatched two. Just to kind of play with them. They are beautiful. I love them. Super pretty. I'm excited to color a page with these as well. I don't know if I'll go through and make like a page in my swatch book for these or if I'll just use this, because I feel like this is actually a decent kind of swatch card sheet, but we'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. They do have include like a little book and stuff with like tips and textures and cool stuff that you can achieve, so I kind of liked that. All right, so next we are on to work in progress pages. All right, so here I have Rita Berman's 4-season book, which is basically like a compilation from her other 4 seasonal books that just has kind of like the best of pages from those books into one. So this is my usual go-to with coloring. And I've got this sunflower page as a work in progress. I'm using the Derwent Inktense for this. I want to add like a bluish green kind of background, really make them pop, maybe go in with some colored pencil later on and really bring out the sunflowers a little bit more. But this is all I have so far. I can't remember when I started this, but I do still plan on finishing it. I'll have to figure out a way to fix this though, because I accidentally dropped my pen with color on it, and it kind of lined the outside of the pages, but I think this was like the only one that it actually got the inside of. So yeah, there's that one. Next up, we have Camilla de Erico's Pop Manga Mermaids. So this one is the one that I have as a work in progress. I did start this for a color along one month. I can't remember. We ended up doing the Kirby Roseanne's color along in place of this one because I wanted to do something with a watercolor background for you guys, and this is the one I started with. However, the paper in this book does not like watercolor. It kind of like creates this weird like textured effect, which I mean isn't always a bad thing. I feel for this page it actually kind of adds to it and looks very interesting, but it's kind of like a pain. Like I used the Neo ink or the Neo colors on this page, I believe, and it kind of did the same thing. It's a little bit lighter, so it's not showing up as nicely, but you can kind of see it there. Either put up a post or just put it up in the color along video to see if you guys wanted to see this page completed or not. I didn't really get any feedback from that, so I'll probably just complete this on my own time if I ever do, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I've not been very good at keeping works in progresses. Those of you that have followed the channel for a while know that I hate having works in progresses, and I'll usually finish one page before I start the other, and I have quite a few now. All right, so next is Johanna Basford's World of Wonders, and I've got this page going in here. I'm playing around with my polychromos with this page, just kind of practicing with them a little bit. I really like being able to just complete like a small part of this image, and then eventually I'll have all of them done. So it's been fun to kind of play around with them. I think the lemonade one is my favorite so far. This one ended up good, but I wish I hadn't done the background so dark. Yeah, I like that page. I think that's the only one I have in here. For work in progress anyways. Alright, and then we have Georgie Woolridge Birds. I started coloring in this book with the Staedtler triangle pencils that are absolute trash. Like, I don't recommend them at all. I've since gotten rid of those pencils, and I don't think I've colored in this book since. But I've got this little hummingbird as a work in progress. I will one day finish this page for sure. Whether I'll continue on in this book, I'm not sure. The images are beautiful. I do want to do this barn owl because that is my favorite page in the book. Or sorry, tawny owl. But it looks like a barn owl. They might be the same, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely plan on finishing this with some better pencils. So got that one. And then next we have Enchanted Forest. And this whip will probably always come up because it's been a whip for forever. And that is my bluebird here. He's absolutely gorgeous. I love it, but I feel like it's not completed. It needs a background or something, and I'm just not sure what to do for a background without possibly ruining the page. So haven't done anything yet. It will probably always be a work in progress until I just say that it's done, but for now I don't think it is. All right, Johanna Basford's World of Flowers. I have 2 work in progresses in this one. Okay, so the first work in progress I have is this bottle page that I haven't finished. I need to go through and find the tutorial on YouTube again and see how their finished page turned out before I decide if I want to color or follow along with their colors or start using my own. Every time I show this page, I get a lot of questions about that tutorial, so I will try my best to remember to link it in the description below. So if you want to check out that tutorial, feel free to go do so. It's using the Polychromos pencils. That's kind of why I started doing it, because I am not very good with them, so this is kind of like a practice page for that. And the first tutorial on this bottle was just gorgeous. I had to try it. So I do plan on finishing this eventually with following the tutorial, possibly with their colors or bringing in my own, I'm not sure. And then the other whip I have is this kind of flowery wallpaper page. I started off with yellow and orange flowers, which if you guys have followed me for a while, you know I'm not a fan of like the yellow-orange color family. I don't know why, it gives me a headache. So I'm not quite sure how to go about finishing this page in a way that I'll actually like. So that's been a work in progress for a while. All right, and then in Marty Jo's Coloring Fantasy Girls, which I use for practicing skin tones and other stuff. We've only gotten a few images colored in here. I think maybe even only one. Was it just the one? No, I did another one in here. I did this one too for the Pickle It Up challenge. So I've got a couple ladies done in here. So this is the one that is a work in progress. We did this on either a live stream or some kind of video, I'm not sure. I'm trying to practice black skin tones. I feel like this one turned out not too bad, but it's a little bit more red where I was going for like a darker skin tone. I just have a hard time finding highlights while keeping it dark. So I definitely need a little bit more practice and maybe some better color combinations, but overall for like a reddish kind of black skin tone, this is like more native skin to me, I think. It's still absolutely beautiful and I'm very happy with it. I feel like this color could actually go very well on Hannah Lynn's Maui Mermaids books for like the darker skinned girls. But I still need to find that really gorgeous like chocolatey black skin tone. I will get there eventually, but it's going to take me lots of time and practice because doing dark skin tones scares me a little bit because they are way harder. So I got that one. And then the last work in progress I have is from Jade Summer's Cute and Spooky Coloring Book. And I just started this little zombie page to practice using my markers. I do plan on finishing it though. This book is adorable. I love it. It is absolutely super cute. Paper quality is probably not the best. I haven't used pencils in it. Markers seem okay, but pencils probably not because it's the Amazon paper. All right, so next let's move into new books. So in April, I added Hannah Lynn's Early Works Grayscale Collection book, just because I absolutely had to have this, and also because it has the Crazy Cat Lady page, which I am like 98% sure isn't available in her other books. I think she did this as like a commission page. I could be wrong, but I don't think this one shows up in any of her other books. So super happy to have this, whether or not I color in this book or not. I love Hannah's work and I will always support her, so had to add that one to the collection. And then we have Fantasy Figures, which I got sometime after April. I'm not quite sure when I added this to the collection, but I absolutely had to have this book. These pages are just absolutely gorgeous. The style is beautiful. The girls are just gorgeous. they're super like whimsical and like magical, and I can't even like describe how much love I have for this style of images. There's one guy in here. This guy. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, I love this. So yeah, super, super beautiful book. Had to add it to the collection for sure. In June, I was enabled by somebody's YouTube. I can't remember whose. I can't remember if they were doing a flip through or if this was just in like a book haul or something, but I seen this book and I was like, I have to have it. It's by Coco Wayo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And unfortunately, again, it's probably Amazon copy paper. Because yeah, it's manufactured by Amazon, so probably not good paper, but the images are just beautiful. And it was a fairly inexpensive book, so I don't mind just keeping it for the artwork. Or again, I probably just need to invest in a better set of markers or just more markers and start using those a little bit more in the Amazon books, because that's probably the only thing that I can use because pencils are just awful. Yeah, super cute. Had to grab that one. Then in September, off of Book Depository, I grabbed Rita Berman's 2 newer books. I believe the Asia one is her newest. Europe was her second to last release. These books are just gorgeous. I've always loved her style. I just don't color her books enough because even though I love the style and it's super whimsical, I just feel like I can't do them justice, which is probably silly because I'm sure I could. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love them. The pages are just beautiful. Her artwork is always stunning. I love the lines and like the additional textures that she creates with her lines. So definitely going to have to dig into these next year for sure. In October, I added the pocket-sized version of Sweet and Simple to my collection. Hannah had originally sent me a signed paperback of the full-size Sweet and Simple. I don't think Sweet and Simple was available in pocket size at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten this one instead. But I had to add it to the collection because I love having the pocket size books for the challenges in the Hannah Lynn group. So yeah, I had to add this to the book collection because these pages are just absolutely beautiful and I would love them on a smaller scale to color. So yeah, I had to bring that one in. Alongside the Castle art pencils that I got from my friend for my birthday, I also got Rita Berman's, I think it's like Adventure Under the Land or something like that. And then also Vex's Creatopia. Rita Berman's books, again, super beautiful. I love this book. It is gorgeous. This page specifically, it's too bad that this is a double page spread because they scare me, but I will probably try to tackle this page one day. I just love the little acorn houses. They're so cute. And then this was one that I had on my wish list because I follow Vex on YouTube. I haven't watched his videos for a very long time, but I think he was just coming out with this coloring book when I was kind of watching his videos, and he does this kind of like realistic style surrounded by just super cute and like zany doodles. And that is exactly what is in this book. Super bold lines. It's more like kid coloring book style, but then you get those little pops of realism in some of the pages. Super gorgeous. So yeah, I'm super happy that my friend got me this book because I hadn't gotten it for myself yet. Unfortunately, it does have kind of like doodle pages, which I probably won't partake in much, but for the most part, the pages are absolutely gorgeous. All right, and then in December, I do have a review of this book. If you guys want to go watch that, I will try to remember to put the little eye info thingy up there so you can click that if you're interested. But OliColors sent me this book to review. It's mermaids, absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't just have your normal generic mermaids in it. It's also got lots of like sea creatures. There's some pretty spooky ones actually. There's still some gorgeous mermaids, but then you have these like creepy creatures. Some are cute, some are creepy. This one is just totally ghoulish and I'm all here for it. I love it. So it's quite a versatile book. I definitely like it. I think they did a really good job with this. All right, so now we are on to finished pages. I'm gonna kind of go in the order that I colored the pages, but also just kind of like book order. So first up is actually Enchanted Faces, and I had 4 done from this book. So Hannah Lynn's Enchanted Faces. The first one I colored was in June. This is Amanda. I colored her for the Pointillism Challenge in the Hannah Lynn group. I used markers for her. She was super fun. I think she turned out really good. This was not a page that I was like super excited to color, so getting this colored in the Pointillism challenge actually made it a lot more fun. And I feel like this page is actually very suiting for it too. And I'm not very good at pointillism, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. Then next, also in June, this was our June color along, I colored Monica. So she is available in real time and speed color videos. I love how she turned out. The little freckles on her, so cute. So yeah, really, really happy with this one. I think she's definitely in like my top 10 faves from 2022. Then in August, I colored Envy, and this was for an Avatar-inspired challenge in the Hannah Lynn group. I did struggle with this one a little bit. The skin turned out really good. I definitely feel like she has Avatar vibes. However, it didn't turn out exactly how I was going for, but she turned out good enough that I'm still extremely happy with this. If I could change one thing, I would have had this glowing and like had like a glow kind of showing up on her cheek and in her hand here, but kind of dropped the ball on that one. All right, and then lastly for Enchanted Faces, we have Geisha. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Geisha? I think it's Geisha. This was for a horror character challenge in the Hannah Lynn group, and I colored her as The Grudge because that movie terrifies me. I feel like she turned out so good. She looks so creepy, but she still looks like super amazing and just gorgeous. I did have to stickle up the flower here. All that glittery goodness there. She was definitely very suited for that challenge, and for the character, I think she fit the character very well, so really, really happy with this one. Okay, so kind of working back into June, I colored one out of Rita Berman's Four Seasons book, and I did this page with what I believe is supposed to be bark, but I wanted to do the background in blues, so I kind of changed it to water instead, and I just kind of imagined all of these items falling down in front of a waterfall, which I feel like when I color this page and like actually have the tree as bark, it'll be kind of nice to have the pages complement each other somehow, whether it be just with the owl or maybe have like the leaves have a little bit of blues in them, but we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. You can just like imagine like a sunrise, blue leaves, dark wooden tree. I did use the Derwent Inktense for this page. I absolutely love using the Derwent Inktense in her books because it turns out so vibrant and beautiful. All right, next is Jade Summers' Grayscale Light and Dark Fantasy. So also in June, I colored, where is she here? It wasn't this one. I'd colored this one in 2020. This one here. We do have a lady bum on the page, just so you know. I colored this one with the markers. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's like the same with all grayscale or if it's just because of the Amazon paper or the fact that they have like a black background as well. Probably doesn't help. But it still looks really gray. Like you can't get rid of that gray look, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or if it's just like excessively on this page, but aside from that, everything looking grayed out, I did have a lot of fun with this. The pages in this book are just absolutely gorgeous, so I'm going to keep trying and see what I can come up with out of this book. Because yeah, I can't not color this. Like, look at her. She needs to be colored. She's probably my favorite. Super, super amazing. But yeah, hopefully I can get them to look a little bit more vibrant and less grayed out. All right, Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. This is another one I've taken apart. I colored Leprechaun Lady. I think that's her name. Lady Leprechaun, yeah. This is probably in like the top 5 of my 2022 pages. I love how this one turned out so much. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that it's been one of my goals to finish this book. This one and Enchanted Faces, because I took them apart. So I want to finish all of the pages, and then I'm going to get it spiral bound. But yeah, I love this page. I need to start doing like one page out of here a month, and then I should be able to get the book done in like 2 years, because I think I only have like 26 pages. I'm a little bit more I have a little bit more than halfway to go until I'm done this book. With Enchanted Faces, I'll have that one done long before probably, but I used the Derwent Inktense for this, which is kind of my go-to for these pages since they're quite a bit bigger, lots more open spaces. It's quicker to color, and I really love the look and effect that they give. I did sparkle up the flowers, and then we also have lots of sparkles in the water here on her tail, the gold. Super pretty. Definitely one of my favorite pages. Okay, next up we have Whimsy Girls Around the World. And this was our July color along. And we did Oh Canada. I love how this one turned out. Very different than what I originally planned for her, but she turned out so good. I definitely love the background for sure. I feel like the background turned out absolutely amazing, and then just she herself, everything is just so natural and beautiful. I love the freckles on her face. We carried the freckles down onto her arm as well. Super cute. I definitely don't have like any complaints at all about this page whatsoever. So this one is available in real-time videos and a time-lapse version as well if you're interested. All right, we're going back to fantasy figures because I did finish a page out of here. This is The Gift of Life, which was an exclusive. I used my markers for this page, which is probably my plan for most of the pages in here because pencil does not work the best on the Coloring Heaven paper, but it's not the worst either. But I just wanted to try and use markers on this one just to kind of see how they worked with the paper, which they definitely work better than pencils in my opinion. I just need a lot more practice with them for sure, but they're super vibrant. Her skin in particular, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's a little bit splotchy. It's actually looking not too bad on camera, but it does not look like that in real life. Let's see if I can... You can kind of see it in her neck a little bit there. And then like here, she's got like this like white splotch because it didn't blend well enough. I don't think I let it dry enough before going in, or just maybe didn't pick colors that were close enough. Not quite sure exactly what happened, but overall I'm very happy with her, but yeah, definitely need more practice. I did glitter up all of the gold accents on her though, and her wings. Yeah, really, really happy with this page. I can't wait to do more in this book. All right, so now into our July coloring. I did finish the title page in World of Wonders, or I guess this would be the title page. I finished the This Book Belongs To page in World of Wonders. So I've got the welcome here, and then the This Book Belongs To. I used Derwent Inktense and pastels. So here's a closer up of the welcome page. I really love how this turned out. Even though this is not my usual colors, I'm really happy with this because they're very, very neutral, very muted. And then you just have those pops of like a dusky purple. Really, really like that. I love this page too. However, if I could redo it, I would not have put like the color orbs in here. I was going for like a kind of bouquet effect, and it just did not work out. I tried to fix it the best I could by using white over top to really lighten it down and make it less noticeable. But if I could redo this, I would probably have the gold fading into like green pastel maybe, or just totally have left it alone. I'd have to say my favorite part, even though it's such a small thing, is just the highlight that I did behind the balloons. I feel like that adds a lot of extra depth with just such a small thing. Yeah, really, really happy with these pages. I feel like they complement each other very much because the pastel is kind of coming out from the flowers and then fades, and then on this page the pastel is like making a border and fades towards the center. So it's kind of like polar opposites. Really, really like that. All right, our August color along. So this was colored in July. It was our August color along. We're going into Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia. I've got quite a few done in here. This is the one that we did for our color along. So this one is available in real time and time-lapse version. We did this gorgeous watercolor background, and then the rest of it was done with Derwent Inktense and then colored pencil accents, or hat shadows, I guess. So we did like an Inktense base and then went in with the pencil, I think. I can't remember. Either way, we used different Inktense and pencils. I kind of went a little bit out of my comfort zone in colors. We kind of did the yellows and oranges that I talk about usually not liking. I feel like for her, it turned out really good actually. I do really like it. It's got this autumnal vibe, but I wasn't really sure what to do with the berries and the fairies, so I actually left them white on purpose, and then we did little glows around them to make them just seem a little bit more magical, and then we just put glitter on them. And I feel like that was just, it's so effective. It's such like a small and kind of like a cheat way to do it, really. We basically cheated, but made it look so amazing because it just adds that little extra touch of magic that's already on the page, but now it just visually looks more magical. So really, really happy with this one. All right, this was a Patreon page of Hannah's. So this is the bookmark version. So I used this little bookmark as a tutorial for how I color with markers. And we had already decided that the spring reading page was going to be a color along throughout the year. So this kind of helped me see what the page was going to look like colored, maybe see how this was actually the original color choices I was thinking of, and this allowed me to see it on like a smaller version without putting a whole bunch of time and effort into it. And I actually did plan on doing the color along page very similar to how she turned out, but you'll see how that goes when I show you guys that page. But this one turned out really good. It's super cute. I love it. I'm definitely a big fan of using markers now, although I'm not the best at it. I just love how bright and vivid they look. It's so pretty. So then the spring reading page, this is how she actually turned out. And this was not how I had planned for her to turn out at all. There's definitely quite a few creative changes throughout the process, but overall I'm so ecstatic with the outcome. Super soft pastel, very, very much springtime vibes coming from this page, and that's exactly what I wanted. I could not be happier with how this page turned out. I think this probably takes the #1 spot on my pages in 2022 because I just love this so much. It definitely helps that the artwork itself was just absolutely gorgeous. I love space buttons. I'm obsessed. So this page just screamed to me anyways. And then after coloring it like this, I adore it. So we do have some glitter on the daffodils. A little bit of glitter on the flowers on her dress. And then in the little blossoms on the tree as well. I think we used just Prismacolors for this, I think. Definitely not marker or anything. I think just Prismas and then embellishments, and that's about it. So that's what she looks like. Oh, and she was our September color along. So yes, she is available in full-time and time-lapse as well, as is this next page. This is from Hannah Lynn's Enchanted Halloween, and this was our October main color along. So we colored the Pumpkin Patch Fairy. She turned out so good, but she was definitely another one that I struggled with a lot. The background turned out amazing, super happy with that. If there was one thing that I could change, it would maybe be having the glow a little bit tighter to the moon, so that way we didn't have like these kind of like rounded edges in the sky that kind of look a little funny because it's like way over here on this side, but then it ends like here on this side. So I definitely need to figure out how to balance it better. But the main thing that I struggled with mostly was her. Everything else was easy. We left her for last, and I just struggled with colors, but I'm really glad that we went with the gold because I just feel like it's really whimsical and it goes really well with everything else. We don't have much glitter on the page, but we did add a little bit of glitter to her wand and then the hearts from the mouse. And I think that was it. We added some bats in there. Kind of looks like she's looking off at them, so I really liked that. Next we have our bonus Halloween color along. So again, available in full-time and speed color. This one was from Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Halloween coloring book. And we colored this page here. Milagros Corazon, probably saying that wrong, but Um, to say I struggled with this one would be an understatement. This one was a nightmare to the point where I almost felt like just not putting it out at all, pretty much up until the end, because I just could not come up with colors for the life of me. I struggled so much. It definitely didn't help having like 3 different types of flowers, because my brain is slightly OCD. So I'm like, okay, all of these flowers have to be the same color. These flowers have to be a different color and all the same. This one has to be a different color, but and totally different kind of thing. But kind of kept these ones the same, which is good because I didn't want to bring in too many colors for this page. Once we had started, I wanted to keep it fairly limited. Overall, though, I think it turned out really good. I have no regrets. I don't think there's anything I would change. I think it actually looks really good. Definitely can't complain. And then I think putting the glitter all along her, the eye parts, I don't know what that's called, but the face paint on the glitter around her eyes definitely helped. It is so pretty. And then we did shimmer up the heart part on the jewelry box as well. I think it's like a jewelry thing. I can't remember. It's a charm, I guess. The heart charm. Yeah, pretty happy with that one. It was a nightmare, but I'm very happy with the outcome. All right, this was our November color along, and this was from Tales from the Midnight Masquerade. And we colored the Queen of Spades to go along with our Queen of Hearts from last year, I believe. Unfortunately, I did kind of muck up the top of this page with my Derwent ink tints while I was coloring. It's not super noticeable on camera, but it is in person, so I might have to try and fix that. I'm so annoyed by that. I do that a lot, actually. I did that with my Rita Berman book, too. Ugh. She was another one I struggled with. I think just towards the end of the year, I was just struggling. I definitely left putting color alongs out too late in the month. Usually because things kept coming up that I couldn't record them earlier, but I'm planning on getting better at that next year. That's part of my New Year's resolution, so we'll see how that goes. She definitely turned out very green, which I was a little bit worried about, but after adding the background and adding that purple kind of accent in there, I think it actually turned out pretty good. The purple in the background definitely highlights the purple in the shadows of her face, so I think they kind of work together and still balance the page out. We did add glitter to a few parts, pretty much like the jewels, some of her makeup on her face here, and then the spades as well. I feel like they look really good beside each other. They're totally different. She's still dark, but not like evil looking. She's just super like light and royal looking, so I really like the two together. All right, we only have 2 left. So Sweet and Simple, of course, I had to do a page in this, and it was actually another page I did for the horror character challenge in the Hannah Lynn group, because I couldn't decide between The Grudge or Pennywise. So I did The Grudge, and then I did Pennywise. I chose Mimi from this book. She turned out so good. I love this. She's definitely very fitting for Pennywise, and Paige has requested me to do a horror character challenge on the group. So maybe I will do that for like a color along or something. Maybe I'll make it like a bonus color along for October. We'll just have like 2 again, because October is like my favorite. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. So I think that might be fun because I want to do Jigsaw as well. Jigsaw is definitely another one of my favorite horror characters. So I think that'd be pretty fun. So yeah, the only thing that I had to really change on this page was I had to add in the face paint, of course, and then I added in a balloon as well. And it turned out so good. I did add glitter to the balloon. It doesn't want to show up too much, but I also added gold glitter to her hair pieces and then the fan as well. And then there's some glitter on her lips and the hearts. Yeah, definitely very, very happy with this one. It was kind of a cop-out doing the background black, but I figure Pennywise lives in the sewers, so it kind of works. It's a lazy Skyee hack. All right, and last we have our color along from December, and this was a Whimsy Girls This was from A Whimsy Girl's Christmas, Hannah Lynn, of course, and we colored Snow Day, which is this one right here. I had a love-hate relationship for this page. It took us so long to color it. I think this page took me like 9 hours or something. I can't remember. It took a long time, way more than I was planning to spend on it. So yeah, and I had a love-hate relationship with the snowman, but you guys have kind of convinced me that he does look pretty awesome now. I was originally planning on painting over him, but I can't. I just can't now because I'm like, if I paint over it and I hate it, then I'm just gonna be mad. So I'm not even gonna risk it. I don't mind how he looks now. We're gonna leave it. It's super whimsical. Hannah's books are whimsical. It works. It's done. So much glitter on this page. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed. I'm pretty happy with this page, even though I fought with it quite a bit. I'm really happy with her and how she turned out. She turned out super cute. Really happy with the background and everything. The Neocolor Snow turned out really good. I was actually a little bit worried about that when I started, because when I was putting it on the page, it looked super bold. But then we went over it with the white Prismacolor and toned it down quite a bit, and I think that was really helpful. So I don't know why. Oh, there we go. We can see the snow a little bit better. I was going to say, I put my book down and that's all I can see is glitter, but the camera just does not pick it up. Oh, that's much better. There, now you can see it. And just the sound. I love doing water mediums because the paper sounds so nice after. Like, a lot of people don't like when their pages buckle, but I'm a fan. As long as it's not like warped to the point that you can't enjoy it or like color on it anymore, this is fine by me. Yeah, that was it for my 2022 update. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any requests for tutorials or color alongs for 2023, please let me know, because I'm going to be going through and doing up my social media 2023 planner, where I will be coming up with ideas for color alongs and kind of like planning to have a plan for the upcoming year so it's not so overwhelming, and that is gonna hopefully keep me accountable, and I'm gonna do better than I did this year, although I will give myself a pat on the back. I think I did pretty good with YouTube this year for my first year coming back. I didn't get too overwhelmed. I was able to put out color alongs for all of the months, so I think that is good. I'm hoping 2023 will be better. I'm going to try to do a little bit better at making sure that I set aside time to record earlier in the month so I'm not struggling quite so much. But I think that is like the only feedback I could give myself. It's probably the only thing that I struggled with this year, especially because this is my first year with having channel memberships and then having videos being released a week early for my Rainbow members. Has definitely taken some getting used to, so I'm gonna have to take that into consideration for next year, and I think knowing that and knowing how everything works now, I'm gonna be able to do things a little bit better. I think that's it. I think we're gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did enjoy, if you could hit the thumbs up button, I'd greatly appreciate that, and hopefully I will see you in one of my future videos. Yeah, I think that's it. As always, take care, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. I hope you had an awesome 2022, and I hope your 2023 is even better. Bye!